Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Red, White, and Bills. Yes, I have a little different setup because my in-laws are here from Brazil. We just watched the game. They absolutely destroyed South Korea. So now welcome to my bedroom. We'll be coming here for the next, probably to the end of the month or the beginning of January. So, him or Jim, everybody's favorite segment. So there was a lot of hymns this week, and I could have put more. Let me know if you can hear me and everything properly because, switching around and everything. But I mean, anytime you wow up the Patriots, it's an amazing, beautiful day. But we'll start with the hymns because there was a ton of them, and there's a few that we got to talk about. First one, Stephon Diggs, the definition of him: 7 receptions, 92 yards, and a touchdown. And the coolest moment of the game was how he just stared into the soul of that defensive back after that touchdown. He didn't even look at his feet to see if he got his feet in. He knew they were in. And he just stared right into his soul, and it was just beautiful. After last year when he said, you, I still got that shirt. I should wear that soon because it's a Christmas shirt as well. But, man, got to put him in the hymn segment. Next, Josh Allen. He finally seems to be coming back to his normal self from that injury. And he was 22 for 33, 66%, 223 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, and a 106 rating. That's our QB1, baby, leading our team to victory. He didn't run the ball too much either. He did an outstanding job last week. Got to give it to Jimmy Cook. Jimmy Cook's been looking good. He didn't get any. He got 2 carries the week before, and we're like, wow, he just had his career year, but not a career game. But now was his real career game. 14 carries, 64 yards, and also added 6 receptions for 41 yards for a total of 100 yards, for over 100 yards and 20 touches. Now, from college and NFL, that's the most touches he ever got, and he produced. He looked exceptional. And now another guy I'm usually pretty hard on, Tremaine Edmonds, man. I mean, he was a bully in this game. He's looking like a true middle linebacker that my definition, even though my definition is not important, but he was doing it all. He wasn't just being a force in the middle, just standing there, making sure nobody was passing through the passing lanes. He was cracking people. He was hitting the holes. He was shaking off blocks. He just looked incredible. Got to give it to him. Jordan Poyer, 5 tackles. Should have been an interception because the ball did not touch the ground. And again, like he said, what's a catch nowadays? Because there was no reason that should have been called not an interception because he rolled over and bobbled a little bit, but he had possession getting his 2 feet in, and that's all that mattered. He got the 2 feet in for possession. He rolled on himself. The ball didn't touch the ground. Should have been an interception. But nonetheless, it was a amazing play. Absolutely amazing play. Shaq Lawson. Shaq Lawson was wreaking havoc on that defensive line. We needed somebody to step. I mean, the defensive line as a whole played out absolutely outstanding, but Shaq Lawson, he wasn't in a big role for us coming into the season, and then he really showed out. He had 3 tackles, but he got constant pressure on Mac Jones, and that one drive where we had him pinned back deep, he had the pressure on him that almost led to the safety. He laid out Ramondre Stevenson while he was getting blocked. He was all over the place. Shaq Lawson looked absolutely incredible. And then, I could have put more, but last but not least, Trey White. Trey White is just – I'm not expecting him to be the same All-Pro he was before he tore his ACL right now. I mean, give him time, but they don't even want to throw near him. He got more – played about 3 quarters this game. And, again, the defense is finally getting healthier. Yeah, we're out Von Miller for a couple more weeks, but with Trey White and Poyer back in the secondary, it's going to be hard to throw on us. So, man, Trey White, just his presence, you can really feel it. The gyms, let's get to the gyms. There was a couple. Not for huge reasons, but we got to talk about them. All right. Coach McDermott, you're a gym because you saw Questenberry, my man DQ, cancer survivor, beat the hell out of cancer, struggling after he hurt his ankle pretty bad. And I know I did mention, and Mike mentioned it in our post game show, how they put Von forcefully on IR when he said he could play. This was different because Quisenberry physically couldn't perform his duty, and McDermott ignored it. And even to the reporter that asked him, "Oh, Quisenberry looked like he was banged up. Any news?" No, he's fine. He was not fine. He couldn't even kick back enough to get his foot up off the ground. He trips over himself. He was battling out there. And to make it worse, you couldn't even help him out most of the time because Spencer Brown's so terrible that you got to give him help. So it was a tough game. Interior and Mitchell Morse, they all did pretty well. Again, we're not the best line in the league, but we're not the worst. But, I mean, Quisenberry, he had a lot of heart going out there when he shouldn't even have been out there. And McDermott should have recognized that. And, he left him in there and, wasn't prepared. Wasn't prepared to have Bobby Hart or Justin Murray go in. And, luckily we got out of there without Josh Allen getting hurt, or hopefully Quisenberry's not even more hurt than he already is. But that was a gym move, coach. Come on. Care about your players. You guys put people on the IR for a nosebleed, but you forced this guy to play through an injury that Dawkins was out for. I mean, that's my reason for you being a gym, coach. Next, this should have named the segment him or Spencer Brown because, again, Spencer Brown's on this list. He's just so terrible. I don't even want to put too much time into it anymore. He's just god-awful. I don't see, even in his run game, it's okay, but it's still not improved from last year. It's even declined. But I'm not going to say much about Spencer Brown because you know the deal already. If you want to do a film breakdown with me and Spencer Brown, I'll be more than happy to do a 3-hour show on just Spencer Brown. But let me know. And then Ken Dorsey, only for the couple plays that he had Hines run. So I love how they're getting him involved more. But the one play in the red zone that he got to run, in all my years of playing football and studying football and covering football, I've never seen a play where you pulled to the right, everybody, and then you ran to the left when literally there was 4 people waiting on that side. So again, especially when you're running to the left side when Quisenberry is so hurt you can barely walk. So did that twice, and it was very stupid. If anything, you should have pulled your center and your guard to the left. So I don't know if it was just a mistake by Hines on the play. Maybe he went the wrong way. I'll have to check that out, but it didn't look smart. So, but other than that, Dorsey did an incredible job. And then last but not least, Gabriel Davis, our number 2 wide receiver, racked in a whopping 2 catches for 15 yards and a touchdown. I know the touchdown was great, but that was mainly Josh Allen, right? But again, a number 2 receiver. I have this argument with people, that are pretty high up there in this YouTube world that claim that Davis is such an incredible number 2 receiver. And again, I challenge anybody out there to find a number 2 receiver that's not better than him on an NFL roster. So again, he's got the potential to be great, but you can't be coming out here as a number 2 receiver getting 2 catches. I mean, again, he dropped another one, wasn't getting open. He just wasn't good. Again, it's just the drops and the minimal reception load is just not good. I'm sorry. Oh, but he's got more yards than he has ever in his whole career. Yeah. It's not that hard to be 500 yards in a season when you're a number 2 wide receiver. You have the same amount of receptions. 35. He's had 35 year 1, 35 year 2. Now he's got 35 as a number 2 wide receiver. And if you think that's good, I'm sorry, but it is absolutely atrocious. And I just can't sit here with a straight face and say that's incredible wide receiver 2 numbers. So pick it up, Gabe. Well, I'm so glad to be back putting out videos with you. Don't forget my second channel, Yugi Goto, launched last week. The focus on the camera wasn't, I got to figure it out because it looks good now, but when it was on my hands, it couldn't focus. So I got to figure that out. And I will be putting out a video probably once a week. So it'll be coming up in a few days for my second video. But thank you for tuning in to Him or Jim. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Post in your comments your Hims or Jims. And I would love to converse with you about it. And man, the Buffalo Bills are number 1 in the AFC again, like we all knew they could be. And again, now the best part is, yeah, anything can happen, but the Buffalo Bills control their own destiny now. Now, if you just handle your business, it don't matter what anybody else does. So that's the beauty of it. Yeah, there's great teams out there. Yeah, there's tough games, but it don't matter. We could be any team. Handle your business, and then you ride it to the end of the year. But it feels great to be back on top. That's all I'm saying. Whew, didn't even have to play Sunday. But thank you guys for tuning in. Till next time, go Bills.